here we are. Charlie made a video recently going off of Hank Green's video, 15 of my favorite things. No, 15 of my favorite feelings. So I thought I would make one too because it's time to get back into YouTube. Also, if you hear some meowing, it's just Damien. He wants to go for a walk. What kind of cat? I don't know. I take him for walks. It's really, really strange. Feeling number 1. Watching the moment that people fall in love. You know when you're looking at someone who's looking at someone and you just know that you witnessed something so special and you're the only one in the universe who has witnessed this moment. And it doesn't even have to be like in a love romantic way. I'm talking about like going to a concert and looking at someone who is so in love with this band, looking up at them, and for a moment you're just in that love bubble. It's really great. It's something really special watching the moment someone falls in love with someone else or falls in love with a purpose or a belief or something. Like there's a moment and you can feel it and it is the best feeling in the world. Feeling number 2. Having cookies and milk in the house at the same time. Never underestimate the power of a tall glass of milk and some cookies because it does wonders for the soul. Feeling number 3. After a stupidly long day of hard work, or it's just a bad day or anything, just after a day, being able to come home and sleep next to the person that you're nuts about. That is one of the simplest pleasures in life, and I would not take them for granted. Feeling number 4, falling asleep, falling in love, falling so far that it feels like you're flying. You know that butterfly feeling in the pit of your stomach when you're going down an elevator, or the adrenaline that you get from riding a roller coaster? All of that wonderness and that like weird feeling in one word, falling. Falling in love, falling asleep, just falling. Literally falling too is kind of like, it's a really interesting experience. You actually feel like you're flying for a moment. And then you hit the ground and like reality kind of crushes in around you. But falling was fun. It was. I'm not even kidding. Feeling number 5. Stretching. Specifically the first stretch of the morning, the stretch that decides you are going to get up and you're going to start the day. That stretch is the most amazing stretch you will ever feel because it's just all of that, okay, let's face the day. Let's do it. It's gonna suck or it's gonna be awesome, but you know what? We made that decision to get out of bed and now we are going to do something about it and it's gonna be fun. It will. Believe me. Feeling number 6. Eating breakfast foods. Bacon, eggs, waffles, everything and anything. Where do you want to start? Feeling number 7. The feeling that I get from watching Back to the Future. I will forever have feels about Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox is indeed a dreamboat. I rewatch this film every few months because it is a timeless classic. Boom, boom, psh. You get it? Because it's timeless, because it's a movie about time, because, you know. But actually, it is the number 1 movie that got me into like the sci-fi world, the number 1 movie that got me so into time travel and all things time that it's just like, it's in my brain, like it's in my life, parallel worlds and time travel. It's all because of Back to the Future. It all comes back to Back to the Future. It is the number 1 film that I adore, and so I get a lot of feelings from watching it every time. It's like the first time I've seen it. That's not true, but I love it that much that I Feeling number 8. Kisses, but on the forehead. This one time in high school, I had watched this kid, one of my friends, grab my other friend's head and kiss it. And it was such a weird and magical moment, but I felt like it was also really intimate and I had just intruded on someone else's intimacy. And I didn't know, I was so like, I was blushing probably. It was just such a cute moment and they were just friends too. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cute. And then it happened to me one day from this boy that I was crazy about, and you know that butterfly feeling from earlier feeling number? yeah, that. It was somehow even more exciting than the actual first kiss I had with this person, but forehead kisses, yeah. That sounds really weird saying that out loud, but I just wanted you to know that's a thing. It's a nice feeling. Feeling number 9. Making someone laugh so hard that they have to stop me in the middle of my story because they're afraid that their insides are going to explode. That feeling, that's amazing. Because I don't think I'm a really funny person, but when I do get to make someone laugh that hard, it makes me feel a little more validated as a human, and it makes me feel good that I made someone else feel that good, because it's a good feeling. The actual feeling of laughing so much that your insides might explode, that's also a nice feeling. I'm gonna loop that one in here with this. Feeling number 10. People telling me that I act like a cat. I don't act like a cat on purpose, but a lot of people have told me that I have cat-like tendencies, and that is a-okay with me, because cats have the life. I just want you to know, they have the life. You know, I didn't think of how to do 11, but feeling number 11. When I have a friend or someone who has been going through a really hard time, and once they start to get out of it all and they come to me and they tell me that I was a big help, that is amazing, because like I try to do my part, you know, whether it's words of encouragement or buying food for someone, it's just something to help you through the day. It's like the little moments, just smiling at someone. Those moments where someone actually acknowledged that you helped them and you actually know that you helped someone, that's a nice feeling. Feeling number 12. I see that this doesn't really work, but I don't even know if this is backwards. I don't know. When someone actually takes the time to stop and say, I love you, it doesn't even have to be from a significant other, just someone in general, where they like stopped and took a moment to tell you how much they appreciated you. Those are magical moments, and I treasure all of them. I love you guys. It's true though, I do. Feeling number 13. Going on spontaneous adventures that make great stories later. Life is an adventure. You can travel, you have the time, you're never gonna be this young again, but you've also never been this old. So go out there and travel the world and meet a bunch of cool people and just love life and experience everything. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Feeling number 14. Asking friends for help. Now this one is an interesting one, because I like when I'm able to ask a friend for help, because it means that I'm close enough to them where I know that they have my back. And the feeling should be mutual. If I'm asking someone for help, they should know that I would do the same thing for them. You know, I would have their back. And so asking for help is really interesting. It's something I've learned to deal with a little more, instead of just trying to figure out all my problems on my own, that asking for help is not a bad thing. And Amanda Palmer helped prove that point to me a little more. And last but not least, feeling number 15. Oh, yeah. We're just getting closer to the camera. The joy that storytelling brings. Whether it's in the form of books or movies or art, I love stories. Neil Gaiman once said, "We owe it to each other to tell stories." And I think that is absolutely 100% true. So those are my 15 feelings. I want to thank Hank and Charlie for sharing their feelings, because this was kind of nice. This was like a really nice therapeutic kind of thing. So I've enjoyed making this video. I'm hoping to make more videos now that I moved. Welcome to my new apartment. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I suggest that you guys should try something, even if you don't share it, even if it's just like figuring out the things that make you the happiest. It was kind of a really nice experiment, I guess. Okay, then I will see you guys on the flip side. Later days, dudes.